Good evening everyone. We are back after my midsem exams. Today we are going to start the daily Leetcode challenge again. I hope you are doing coding consistently. So today's challenge is of 3rd March and today's question is question number 28. Find the index of the first occurrence in a string. This question is pretty simple. You have to find the occurrence of this needle in a stack. You have to find a needle in a stack. It may sound difficult if you do it practically, but it is a code, so you can do it. So how do you actually start it? Let's move on to the example. In the first example, they have given you the word sad and you have to find sad inside this. There are two sads, but you have to return the first, starting when it's starting. It's zero index now. That is starting index. You have to return this. So how do you check it? How do you do it? In this example, when there is no word same, only leet is common. This O is not there. So we will return -1 when it is not possible. So how do you actually do it? There are two ways to do it. First is you apply a sliding window approach or a two pointer approach. Or the second one is you just simply use the substr function. Substr function will make it easy. Like suppose the hair length is n1 and needle length is n2. First you will check that if needle length is greater than n1, then you will always return -1 because that is not possible. You cannot find the needle in the haystack. But if it is smaller, that is n1 is greater than n2, then you can find it. So what you will do? You will run a loop simply from I is equal to 0 to I less than how much? You will say that I less than n2, but that is not true because if you are at this point, you cannot check for 3 elements in this case. Yes or no? You cannot check for n2 elements. So you will write as n1 minus n2 plus 1. Why one addition? Because it is zero based indexing and you will check up to this S. You cannot check up to this A. Why? Because that will go out of bound. You will simply run a loop and you will check for the substring. And if the substring matches the needle, you will return the I index. Else, if it is not there, you will return -1. That is one way to do it. So what's the other way to do it? What you can do is you can apply the two pointer approach as I told you. You will start from this. You will make a I for n1 and j for n2. You will start from comparing. And you will also need a start variable because why? Because you are always updating the I. So your I will go up to here. But you have to return the starting index when it is starting. So you will make start up to 0. You will check whether first element is matching or not. That this j in this I are same. Yes, okay. You will move. Your I will move here and your j will move here. You will check that they are same and you will see that third element is also same. So when do you actually return? You will check whether I minus start plus 1. Why plus 1? Because it is zero based indexing is equal to the length of needle, that is n2. When this three length element we have found and all three of them are equal, then we return our start. Then we can return our answer. Because in this case start was at 0 and d was at 3, 0, 1, 2. I was at 2. So 2 minus 0 plus 1, that is 3. And that is the length of this sad. Then you can return. But let's say if your word is ball and this is your haystack and your needle is double L. So when you check, your start is initially 0. Yes or no? You will start with 0. Your I is here, J is here. You won't move your I because they are not common. So you will move your I here. You won't move your J will remain same, I will move. Then start will also update. So whenever I is updating, start is updating. That is what you have to do. That way you can check. And when you come here, I and J are same. Then I is moved, then J is moved. Both are same. And your start was 2 because you are updating I again. So now what you can see, the length is matching and you are getting your answer. Simple. Let's see another case when the answer is -1. In this case, what is happening? Your I will match till 4 elements and J will match till 4 elements. But when you reach to the 5th element, I and J are not matching. So what will you? You will update R start to from 0 to 1 as I will be updated from this I to next I. You will start checking from here and your J will also become 0 because you will again start from the first element. And if you find the same thing, you can return, else you won't return. So let's see both of the approaches. I hope you have understood the explanation. Please try to code it on your own. If you have any issues, comment down and let's move on to the coding part. So for the coding part, what's the first thing I told you? I told you that int n1 is equal to haystack dot size. You will get the size. Int n2 is equal to needle dot size. You have the sizes and you will check if n2 is greater than n1. That is, if needle is greater than haystack, you will return -1. You won't have to check further. Else, we are doing the substring approach first. For the substring approach, what I told you, you will start a loop for I is equal to 0, I less than n1 minus n2 plus 1, and you will increment I and you will check whether if haystack dot sub str function, you will give the starting index, that is I, and it will have a length of n2, and if this is equal to the needle string, what you can do, you can simply return your I, and if this is not the case, you will return -1. Let's just run and submit this. So yeah, it is running. Let's just submit it. So yeah, it is accepted as well. So let's do the another approach, which was for a two pointer approach. So let's write two pointer approach. So we have to make two pointers, that is int I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, and we will have a start is equal to 0. Now while I is less than n1, that is a pointer for haystack, and j is less than n2, that is pointer for needle, we will check if haystack I is equal to needle j. If both are equal, then we will check if length is same. That is what length? If I minus start plus 1 is equal to n2. If length is same, then we can return our start. If condition is not satisfied, and but this is satisfied, so we can move on. That is, we can increment our I, we can increment our j. But if this condition is not satisfied, that is elements are not same, then we will move to the else. In else, what we will do, we will update our start to, we will increment our start, we will update our j to 0, and we will update our I to start again. That is what you have to do. And if this is not done, we didn't return any start, so we will return -1. Let's just run. So yeah, it is running as well. Let's submit it. So yeah, it is accepted as well. So both the approaches are running and accepted. The time complexity and space complexity, you guys comment down, do some work and tell me what other videos you want me to make. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.